Short steps, deep breath, everything is alright. Chin up, I can't step into the spotlight. She said, I'm sad, somehow without any words. I just stood there, searching for an answer. When this world is no more, the moon is all we'll see. I'll ask you to fly away with me until the stars all fall down. They empty from the sky, but I don't mind if you're with me and everything's alright. Why do my words always lose their meaning when I feel, when I say there's such a rift between them? He said I can't really seem to reach you. I just stood there, never know what I should do. When this world is no more, the moon is all we'll see. I'll ask you to fly away with me until the stars all fall down. They empty from the sky, but I don't mind if you're with me, then everything's alright. If you're with me, then everything's alright. Alright. If you're watching this, which I know you aren't, because there are 8 bazillion people that are subscribed to you. And it was probably hard to get through that because it was absolutely terrible singing by me. I'm terrible, I know. Why do I even bother? I don't know if you could read these because they look weird on camera. I probably should have picked a bigger, easier to read font like Comic Sans. Definitely. So, I'll read them to you. Ever since I was young, I felt stupid. When I got older, and I got diagnosed with autism, I felt like it was just confirmation that I am and I can't change it. Everything that I worked for, every fight, every inconsistent plan to be better, every promise I made to myself, keep calm and stay determined, because everything is alright, was broken. I just knew that I would never be able to do even the simplest things that everybody does and takes for granted. I'd never have the freedom that I always dreamed of, the kind of determination that I would face on myself, just so I can live another day and everything in me fell to pieces. So you question yourself how to cope with this. Well, how I did it was through breathing in the story of fantasy. I guess it really all started with that big YouTuber blowout that happened in 2009. The reason I'm reading this off the paper is because I have autism, and I don't want to use it as an excuse, but I want to make sure that I get this right. You know, I don't want to come on out here and be like, I'm an attention. No, that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this specifically so YouTubers like Markiplier and other ones that I mentioned feel like they really have an impact on people's lives, because I know if I was like that, if I was in your position, I don't think I would have an impact on anyone, and I would still be really down on myself, like I know sometimes people are, even when they have constant confirmation from people like me. My hair is just not cooperative. Tell you what. Sorry, this is just my personality. So that's why I'm reading it off the paper, and that's why this video is going to be long. Sorry, Mark. You're not gonna ever watch the full thing. Bet. I'm not taking the piss at you, I promise. I'm not saying that because I don't think you'll have the patience for it. I'm saying it because I know it. I'm saying it like you will never even come across the video. So why should I even talk like you will? You know? I feel it. So I'm literally just talking to myself at this point. But it's okay. Because I do that a lot. It's true. I'll go back to this. So you're questioning yourself as to how to cope with this. Well, how I did it was through breathing in the story of fantasy. I guess it really all started with the big YouTuber startup that happened in 2009. I did it again, 2009. Boy, it's 2009. And it really all started with the first YouTuber I ever saw, which was Daniel Howell, or at that time his name was Dan Is Not On Fire. And it was 2009, and I saw his first video. I didn't really know how YouTube worked because I was 9. I'm 19 now. 2009, I was 9. So when I went on YouTube, I typed in "Hello Internet," and one of my friends told me that the best YouTube videos are the last videos that you see on the pages. So I typed in "Hello Internet," and I went to the last, like the 10th page. You know how YouTube used to be set up, gave you pages when you looked up things, and gave you a certain number of pages of all the videos that were there. I went to the 10th page, which was the last page on the thing that I could see, and Daniel Howell's video was the first video on that page. So I clicked on that one, and that's how I got into him. And I really loved him. Back then he seemed to be about 19. I'm pretty sure he was. I can't remember how old he is. I know his birthday is on June 11th because my birthday's on June 5th. That's how I remember his birthday. It's on June 11th. And I know Phil Lester's birthday is on January 30th because it just happened. So, I'm smart. Not really. I'm like an idiot sometimes. He was actually my first crush. Cringe factor 2020. Okay. He was my first crush. Daniel Howell. That was before the whole fan thing happened, or maybe it was during. I don't know when the whole fan thing started. I think it started in 2009, and like the whole PHAN thing, like it just kind of started as soon as Dan and Phil started making videos. So I think it was in 2009 that it started, but I had a crush on him before I knew about that. How about that? I'll say that. I had a crush on him before I knew that he might have been, maybe, even though they've said multiple times that they're not. I'm gonna anger the whole community of the people I'm part of with this video. But nobody's gonna watch it, so why am I worried? um, and this wasn't just because he's hot, even though he is. Dan Howell, you are crush. Okay. But it was because I could relate to him, and he was the first person I think that I could ever have related to. It's not because no. It's just because me and him at the time and currently have a lot of emotional and physical, not physical, obviously. He's 6'5" and I'm like 5'3". Took me a second there. So I could relate to him, like, mentally. We had a lot of things in common. Just being the stuff that he uploaded. We connected. I connected with him, and I related to him. And I could really relate ever since 2009. He was kind of, just a little friend of his. I felt like I was a friend. And he was kind of like a non-interpersonal friend. And they were just someone that I could sort of look up to during the time when I had no one else to look up to. And then, as I grew older, I got into more of, like, the famous YouTubers like Markiplier, who really helped me because he talked also about, he talked more about what it's like to have depression during the time. And I don't know why, but something about Markiplier's laugh is contagious. And I think there's other YouTubers that have talked about this. Even Jawa Jazza. You guys ever heard of him? He talks about it when he's drawing like a cartoon picture of him as the Hulk or something. Talks about how even looking at his face during laughing makes people laugh, and that's so true. No matter what mood I'm in, I'm always like, just like that. I'm laughing if he is, no matter what. Like, my cat died. And I'm like, I don't even have a cat. When am I saying that? That wouldn't actually happen. I wouldn't, turn like that if my cat died. I love cats. All animals, please. Send your animals to me. I will steal them. So, I grew more, and for these people, and I just kind of, this, me and them, I just felt like we were close friends, or even family, and I know, and I still know that, they probably, I will never meet them, because I just don't have the means to get to VidCon, not a rich kid, live in an upper middle class apartment, not apartment, house, so, it's like, not gonna get there. But it feels like they're still important to me in my life. And I think that if I were to use one of my favorite songs to describe this, I would probably use a specific lyrics of the speaking part from the Rihanna song, We Found Love in All This Place. I know, it's so cringy that I use this as an example, but I feel like it speaks to me very truly. And it speaks to how I feel about Markiplier and Dan Howell and Phil Lester and other YouTubers too, like Jacksepticeye. That guy's cool. It's okay. Don't think I'm sexist, right? I'm not sexist because I don't like. I was about to say something really bad. No, I'm not sexist because most of the YouTubers I like are men. I'm not. I love women. In fact, I'm bisexual. Okay? It just so happens that a lot of the YouTubers that are female, I just haven't been introduced to them yet. I like Glam and Gore. Mikey from Glam and Gore. Awesome person. Love her. Watch her videos when they come out. Watch them over and over again. Love her content. Great person. Love her. Sprinkle of Glitter. Louise from Sprinkle. Yeah. Good YouTuber. I'm not saying You know, I'm not trying to like come up with things so I don't sound sexist. I'm not sexist, I'm bisexual. Boy, that would be weird if I was sexist if I'm bisexual. Like, that would be really weird. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure they exist, sexist bisexuals, but I have a feeling that they're rare. Really rare. Anyway, back to the thing. This is like a 15-minute long video, and nobody's gonna watch it all the way through. Nobody's gonna watch it anyway, so I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm not worried about the timestamp, boy. So the quote is, "It's like screaming, but no one can hear. You almost feel ashamed that someone could be that important, that without them you feel like nothing. No one will ever understand how much it hurts. You feel helpless, but nothing can save you. Then when it's over, and it's gone, you almost wish you can have that stuff back, so that you can have the good." And that's really how I feel sometimes when I have depression, that, you know, I feel like it's really sad sometimes that my only salvation is in these people that have never met me. These people they don't know my name. They don't know what I look like. If I saw them on the street, they wouldn't say, "Oh, hey." Or maybe they would, I don't know. They seem like nice people. Obviously. Obviously they're nice people, duh. But like, I feel like they're celebrities. It's kind of celebrities. I consider them celebrities, so. But like, they're celebrities, so they're not gonna stop and say hi to every one of their fans, because if they did, Markiplier would have a lot of people to answer for. But, no, they all would have a lot of people to answer for. So, this video is for the YouTubers that watch it. I know they won't, I know they don't exist. It's also for me. Like, this video is just, I want to get this kind of stuff off my chest sometimes. You know, I have deep clinically prescribed depression, and right now I just feel like I'm using these YouTubers that I really love them so much, as a tool to help me get out of this depression. But I think part of what's causing it is the fact that the YouTubers are the only tool right now that's working. I have no real life friends that hang out with me out of school functions or out of clubs or anything like that. I have, my family kind of hates me. You know, they kind of hate me. And, none of the programs I'm in a spectrum group for autistic people. And I have some people that come over sometimes called behavioral people. I'm going to talk about that later in other videos about autism. Teach you all about that shit. Teach you how it's like. Teach you my experiences of it. I have really my counselor's okay, you know, but it's just I don't see him as often as I think I should. So that's kind of a thing. But I'll talk more about that again in a later video. This is an 18-minute video right now, so I feel like I should probably cut it off soon. I'm not gonna be like one of those YouTubers that say, "Oh, like, comment, share, and subscribe, blah blah blah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much." Thank you so much if you watched this video at all. You know, I'm not asking you to like, I'm not asking you to comment, I'm not asking you to subscribe, I'm not asking you to share it with anybody, but I am thanking you for making it to the last bit of the video. Like, that is this universe. So, I just want to say goodbye, universe, for now. I'm going to start making more videos about autism and other disorders, and what it's like to have autism and to be in the system with it. So, look forward to that. Okay, bye.